Let's talk about those numbers from yesterday. It seemed to catch everybody by surprise in a positive way. So how does unemployment fall in a recession?
It's a really good question, and I wouldn't have expected it, mate. You usually wait for a bit of a lag and things start to improve, but unemployment went from 7.5 down to 6.8 when economists thought it should have gone to 6.7. They thought we would lose 35,000 jobs, but we've created 110,000 in August. So that's, in a sense, 145,000 job missed by economists. Part-time was up 74,800, Pete, and I think that's part of the explanation.
Right.
The economist at Deutsche Bank has underlined the importance of the gig economy. And think about it, where a lot of people are locked up at home, working from home. I know I interviewed Bernard Salt, the famous demographer, and he said, for the first time in my life, locked up in Melbourne, I bought stuff online. And this has created jobs for, pizza delivery guys, guys delivering, parcels from JB Hi-Fi and Harvey Norman. All of this is creating new jobs.
Sole traders.
Exactly right. So there's people on bikes or in their own little cars and Uber drivers and all those sorts of people. That's the part of the economy that's expanding in this very unusual recession.
So it's a little bit inaccurate in that sense. I mean, you look at those numbers and you think, wow, people are back to full-time work in a big way, but it's not. It's including people who are only getting a couple of hours work a week, right? So they're kind of underemployed.
Probably more than a couple. It's probably more like 20 hours or whatever. But Pete, I think this is, in a sense, the economies, their structures change over time, and we knew the online world was always going to threaten the retail world to a degree. And I think the challenge for most of these department stores and like Harvey Norman, JB Hi-Fi, was maybe 5 or 10%. The online purchasing will probably challenge them to the extent of 20%, but they'll grow their online part of their business as well. We're just going into a different economy, different nature of jobs, different nature of businesses, and it happens over time, but the coronavirus has sped it all up.
So what do you think is going to happen next month, at the end of the September quarter? How are things going to look? Is this a bit of a calm before a storm, would you think?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think I wouldn't expect great news all the time. There has to be a progressive implication on jobs because you take JobKeeper away. Now, I know there was a story out of WA on Monday saying that basically 75% of businesses that were on JobKeeper will come off after September because their businesses are actually doing pretty well. Probably not as well as they'd like, but they're not down 30% in revenue, which qualified them for JobKeeper. So I think between now and Christmas, there's going to be an adjustment process. But, the numbers are pretty good. Consumer confidence, as I pointed out the other day, up 4 weeks out of 5. Things could be a lot better, but I think maybe the calm before a little bit of rain rather than storm.
Right, OK. I mean, I looked at the ASX yesterday and I thought it might have done better on the back of those jobs figures yesterday, but it wasn't to be. So what's your view of that and what stocks are to look out for now?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things going on now. We know the US market's really rocketed up. They're pulling back. Their tech stocks are overbought, so they're selling them down. But think about it, Pete. We always play follow the leader with the US, and the Dow has been down for a few days. And let's think of it. September and October are the scariest months for the stock market. That's when the crashes have happened. You've got waiting for the vaccine to come. You've got a US election, and you've also got question marks over the tech stocks. So all that, I think, is top stock markets rising.
Yeah.
And over the next couple of weeks, US stimulus is going to be really important. If you get more of that, the market will go up. If you see a bad vaccine news story coming in, so we won't see vaccines this year, then the market will go down.
OK, well, Donald Trump seems pretty positive, though.
Yeah, let's hope he's right.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.